We're on the move. That's right. We're in the groove. What's the name of the group that made the song?
McFadden and Whitehead.
McFadden and Whitehead. Yeah, we are family. Yeah, that goes a while back. But that's the sound of Philadelphia. And the reason why we started off with that.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are
good
live.
morning, good morning, good morning. It is Tuesday. It's 1:00. We are on time. And what can you say? Totally on time. 1:00. January 31st. The day the eagle flew for me and you. You got paid, right?
Yes, sir.
But anyway, okay. January 31st, the Eagle Day for me and Erick there. In the 2023 year of our Lord Jesus Christ. And we started off with the sound of Philadelphia, McFadden and Whitehead, because we're going to start off with Philadelphia. And that, at the time, was the sound of Philadelphia. That was called TSOP. Part of that whole group of Gamble and Huff, McFadden and Whitehead, Teddy Pendergrass, Patti LaBelle. And if you took Philadelphia in 9 points, as I discussed with Mr. Erick James, you lost. The Orlando Magic beat the Philadelphia 76ers at home. At home. The Magic, who were 20-31, beat the 76ers, who were 32-17, in Philadelphia last night. Just wanted to drive that point home. Clearly unbelievable, but it happened. And let's get to the particulars. And the particulars are, for the Orlando Magic, you have Paulo Banchero playing 37 minutes, scoring 29 points. Who on the 76ers was not playing defense? Or should we say, was there anybody ever playing defense on there? We'll just get right down to it. Franz Wagner. He played 38 minutes. He had 19. Franz is the 19 to 20 point guy. Anyway, he averages 19. He averages 20 points. Wendell Carter, 21 minutes, 12 points. Markelle Fultz, 32 minutes, 12 points. You wonder where the scoring came from. And Gary Harris, he played 29 minutes, shot the ball 7 times, and had a big 5 points. 9 points. He had 9 points total. Where did they get the push from? The push came from the bench. They got 22 points from Moritz Wagner, who was Franz Wagner's brother. So that tag team duo there gave them 41 points. Moritz gave them 22, and they also got, well, that's about it. They got 38 points from the bench. 22 came from Moritz. Now let's go on to the Philadelphia 76ers. They obviously were not singing that song, Ain't No Stopping Us Now, in this game, because they got stopped. PJ Tucker, good old PJ, played 28 minutes and got you no points. I don't know if it's worth having him out there.
He had one block. He had one block.
He had one block. He had 4 rebounds.
There you go. You did a little
Tobias Harris, 7 for 15 for 17 points. Joel Embiid, as usual, no wonder his back hurts. He has to carry this freaking team. 11 for 20 for 30 points. James Harden, 5 for 14. So you have Markelle Fultz going 4 for 14. James Harden one-upped him. He went 5 for 14 for 17 points. James Harden is getting paid about $100 million a year. So what does it matter, right?
33 million.
Yeah, 5 for 14. Scared of his own shadow. God bless you, James. DeAnthony Melton played 21 minutes. He got you a big 8 points. And the bench gave them, well, gee whiz. The bench gave them 32 points. 10 points of it coming from Matisse Thybulle. So, no, 37. They got 37 points. So, Philadelphia, I don't see much. Didn't Atlanta beat? No, they beat Atlanta last year, and they thought it was a big deal. But Philadelphia, they're terrible. They're so unbalanced. But I digress. Let's move on. Mr. James, what do you have for us?
We have the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh my gosh, the Los Angeles Lakers? Again?
Lakers, they went to New York to play Brooklyn Nets. Let's see what we did. If you had bet on the Lakers, you lost.
You lost.
Nets won 121 to 104.
That's right. Now, when was the last time the Lakers played? I think they played on Saturday when they played the Celtics.
Yeah. They lost that one. They lost that one too.
They lost that one too.
Yeah. Kevin Durant.
That game LeBron James should have been ejected.
Kevin Durant didn't even play.
That's right. But neither did LeBron James or Anthony Davis.
Yeah, you're right too. Yeah.
Apparently they can't, play when the games like within 2 or 3 games of one another.
No, they got to take their time because the All-Star break is coming up.
We're not making this up, guys. We're not making this up. Tell us what happened. What happened with these Lakers?
Let's see. For the Lakers, Mr. Hachimura.
Hachimura. That's what Rui Hachimura. That's a great pickup by the Lakers. Can't stand that team, but they did pick this guy here. Everybody should want this guy.
They just picked him up.
Yeah.
That's 28 minutes. He had 6 of 13 for 16 points. Mr. Troy Brown, 31 minutes. He had 4 of 8 for 11 points. 31 minutes. Mr. Bryant, Thomas Bryant, 27 minutes. He had 7 of 8. Not bad. 1 for 2, 3 points, 3 for 7 on the foul line. He had 18 points. Hit a couple more foul shots. You'd be good, bro. Mr. Crazy Man Beverly, Patrick Beverly, who
1 for 8.
He cries at every call.
1 for 8.
1 for 8, 35 minutes in there. He got 1 3-pointer. He got 2 foul shots for 5 points.
5 whole points. 5.
Mr. Dennis Schroeder, 34 minutes, 2 for 15. Jesus, 1 for 4 and 3-point land. 5 of 6 of his foul shots for 10 points. And let's see, off the bench, Mr. Russell Westbrook, 30 minutes. He had 5 of 15. He hit 17.
5 of 15. This is a terrible shooting team.
Yeah. Lonnie Walker gave him 13 points for 22 minutes. So they hit that 104 point, couldn't go no further.
Yeah, they got 44 points from the bench. You forgot Mr. Wei-Yin Gabriel. He gave him 11.
Yeah.
Wei-Yin Gabriel.
When we look at the Nets, Mr. O'Neal gave him 28 minutes, 5 of 10, 3 for 7 and 3-point land. He gave him 14 points. Mr. Joe Harris, 18 minutes, 1 of 5 field goal, 1 of 5 on 3 points. He gave him 3 points. Mr. Claxton, Mr. Nick Claxton, he's a good, I like that dude. 27 minutes, 3 of 7. He gave him 6 points.
I don't like him that much when he only gets you 6 points.
But he played good defense. Good defense. Mr. Kyrie Irving, 39 minutes, 7 of 16, 3 of 7, 3-point land, 9 of 11 foul shots. He gave him 26 points. And then
nobody in the starting team shot the ball more than 16 times.
Yeah. Seth Curry. Seth Curry gave you 22 minutes, 3 of 11, and gave you 6 points.
6 points.
6 points. Let me see. Coming off the bench, we had Mr. Patty Mills. Patty Mills gave you 26 minutes for 21 points. And Mr. Cam Thomas gave you 23 minutes for 21 points. Okay.
It makes you wonder. Yeah, you got 21 from Patty Mills, 21 from Cam Thomas, and 12 from Yuta Watanabe. Yeah, Watanabe gave him 12. Yuta Watanabe. Now, I don't know how the Nets are winning. I mean, obviously the bench is scoring these points for him, but Seth Curry was 3 for 11. The best shooter on the team was Royce O'Neal, 5 for 10. He made half of his shots. That was it, Royce O'Neal. Let's move on. The Sacramento Kings. They traveled into Minnesota. Minnesota, to play the Minnesota Timberwolves. And they won. The Sacramento Kings won. That is. Okay. Minnesota is on a spiral downward. They are going down. They are now 27-26. And I think it's going to continue to spiral. Meanwhile, Sacramento, they're ascending. They're 28-21. Let's start off with the Sacramento Kings because they went into Minnesota and beat Minnesota. And I have a couple of culprits that I'm going to point to for Minnesota not getting the job done. But we have a guy that always gets the job done. Look at this guy, Domantas Sabonis. 7 for 10. That was his field goals. We just left the Nets where they're 1 for 5 and 1 for 9. Domantas Sabonis, 7 for 10. 17 points. Harrison Barnes, he must be hurt. Poor Harrison's got to be hurt. In 3 for 11. For 8. Keegan Murray, 5 for 12, 13. De'Aaron Fox, 13 for 27.
Ooh.
3 for 8 from three-point line. He shot no free throws. No, actually, he shot 4 or 5 for free throws. It was Keegan that shot no free throws. De'Aaron had 32 points in 41 minutes. And Kevin Huerter, what a disappointment. 22 minutes, only 3 points. He's averaging 15 a game, and he gave you 3. Well, it's a good thing that they have a guy named Malik Monk and another guy named Trey Lyles coming off the bench. Because between those two, they got 30 points of the 45 points coming off the bench because that's what saved their butt. But let's get to this team that's supposed to be in the front, one of the front leaders or front runners in the West, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jaden McDaniels played 33 minutes and gave him 11. Kyle Anderson, 36 minutes and gave him 9. 36 minutes and gave them 9. Rudy Gobert played 40 minutes, gave him 19. I don't think Rudy's going to last this season. He's not spring chicken, and they're working him like a dog. 40 minutes. D'Angelo Russell, 40 minutes, 4 for 16, 2 for 10 from the three-point line. 10 points. Then we have Anthony Edwards carrying the load for the team once again. 14 for 27. Played 41 minutes for 33 points. Now, I'm going to point the finger at this guy, Anderson and D'Angelo Russell. You got to get more points. Now, Anderson's only giving him 9 points, but it's no use having him in a lineup if that's as much as he's going to give you. Minnesota's got to get some firepower into the lineup somehow. Nobody's doing it. Rudy Gobert is not a 20-point scorer a night. He's averaging 19. He gave you 19. He's averaging 13. He gave you 19 last night. But Rudy's not going to get it done. Yeah. D'Angelo is a sometime guy. Between Russell, McDaniels, and Anderson, you're getting spotty. You're lucky if you get 10 points a night out of these guys. Each night. You need at least that and more. If they can't give you that, then this shouldn't be in the lineup. Enough said about Minnesota. That's it. That's all I got to say. I'm done.
We got Golden State and we got Oklahoma City Thunder. If you bet on Oklahoma, you lose. Golden State went into Oklahoma and beat them 128-120.
That's right.
Beat
them down.
You got them. They got him. Mr. Draymond Green. 31 minutes, 3 for 4 field goals, and gave him 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Andrew Wiggins, 32 minutes, 7 of 13 field goals, gave him 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Iceman Seth Curry, 37 minutes. He had 12 of 20.
12 of 20.
14 3-pointers, and he hit all his foul shots. 38 points.
38 points, easy for him.
Mr. Klay Thompson, 37 minutes, 10 of 21, 6 of 14 3-pointers, and he hit all his foul shots for 28 points. And then we have Mr. Poole, Mr. Jordan Poole, 31 minutes, 4 of 12 field goals. He gave him 15 points. The bench didn't do anything. Let's see, 12, 17, 28 points?
Yeah, only 25 points. They only got 25 points from the bench.
Yeah, so the starters did what they needed to do and got the job done. That's wrap that up in the cake. Let's see
25 points from the bench.
But they didn't have to work too hard. Let's
No?
see Oklahoma Thunder. We got Mr. Williams, Jalen Williams, 31 minutes, 8 of 14 for 19 points.
Not
We
bad.
got Mr. Kenrich.
No, it's
Williams.
Kenrich.
33 minutes, 3 of 9 field goals. He gave him 7 points. We got Shea Giglagius. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, SGA. Just call him SGA.
37 minutes, 10 of 24 field goals, gave him 31 points. He's
31 points, though.
He's
SGA
working.
gave 31.
Yeah. Aaron Wiggins came in there 23 minutes, gave him 3 points. And Mr. Josh Giddey, he gave him 29 minutes, 9 of 18 for 21 points.
21 points.
And their bench didn't do too much.
Gave 39.
39, yeah. They floated.
They got Jalen Williams, gave him 12, and another 10 points from Isaiah Joe.
Yeah.
Everyone else was in single figures there, and they lost. That's right. What is their record? Let me see. 24-26. Yeah, they're below 500, so that's to be expected. But I got some good news. In DC, there's some good news. There's finally some good news to talk about in our nation's capital. The Washington Wizards, yes, the Washington Wizards won in San Antonio, no less, 127-106. And by doing so, the Wizards end a 22-game losing streak to San Antonio in San Antonio. Yeah,
Right, wow.
I need some applause for that. But anyway, I don't have any. Good for the Wizards. And here's how they did it. Kyle Kuzma, 32 minutes, 5 for 11. He didn't shoot too much at 16. Kyle's got to pick it up. Yeah, he's an all-star, a semi-all-star, averaging 22 points a game. And against San Antonio, you're supposed to up that average. Corey Kispert, 27 minutes, 14 points. Kristaps Porzingis, 30 minutes, 17 points. Monty Morris, played 24 minutes, got him 11. And thank God for Washington. Bradley Beal is back, because I'm looking at these scoring totals and I don't see anything that jumps out of me. Except for Bradley Beal, played 30 minutes, was 8 for 14 for 21 points. The only guy that got 20 points, oh, I can't say that. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I can't. Because from the bench. from the bench, we got Denny Avdija. Yeah, Denny Avdija gave him 25 points off the bench. Oh, check this out. He played 33 minutes. He was 10 for 12. Wow. 3 for 4 from three-point land. This guy was on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also got 12 points from Kendrick Nunn. So Avdija and Nunn gave him 37 of the 48 points. And the San Antonio Spurs with that great coach, Greg Popovich. Yeah, that great coach. And they are in like second to last place or third to last place. So that answers the question. Does the coach make the team or is it the players? Well, obviously. Anyway, San Antonio's Jeremy Sochan had 17, played 27 minutes, had 17 points. Keita Bates Diop played 34 minutes, was 3 for 14. That's right, you heard me. He made 3 shots out of 14. Why he was still out on the floor, I don't know. But he gave you 9 points. Keldon Johnson, 12 for 21, gave him 26 points. Jacob Poeltel. He played 31 minutes, was 4 for 9 for 7 points. And Trey Jones came in and gave him 31. No, Jacob was 2 for 5. Jeez. I should have said 4 for 9 for you, Jacob. It would have felt better. Yeah, Jacob was 2 for 5 for that 7 points. And Trey Jones was 4 for 9 for his 9 points. Now, all these guys shot below their average. No, it doesn't really matter because what's the average for San Antonio? The average is losing because that's what they do most of the time. Let's see. San Antonio's record is 14-37. That means in 51 games, they have won 14 times.
They're getting tired of losing, so they're going to get
I would think they should get tired of the coach that keeps losing. They should fire the coach. Something's got to change here. Anyway, we won't even go into any of this other stuff from the bench because it doesn't matter. San Antonio lost. My hats are off to all the players that played for San Antonio because I'm sure they're trying hard. And they got to be tired of losing for sure. Next game. Mr. James, what do we have?
I have Detroit Pistons and the Dallas Mavericks. If you bet on Dallas Mavericks, you won. 111 to 105.
How did that happen?
Hey, Detroit didn't do too much. Let's see with Bogdanovic.
Oh my gosh, Bogdan. No, that's Bojan.
Bogdanovic.
That's Bojan. Bojan Bogdanovic.
Bojan, yes, sir.
Yeah, Bojan.
Yeah, 36 minutes, 10 of 15. On field goals, gave him 29 points. Mr. Sadiq Bey, 32 minutes, 5 of 15. Field goals, gave him 18 points. Mr. Duran, Mr. Hamidou?
No, it's Jalen Duran.
Oh, Jalen Duran. Oh, excuse me. 28 minutes, 4 of 4 field goals, gave him 9 points.
9 points.
Mr. Jaden Ivey, 21 minutes, 5 of 8 field goals, gave him 14 points. Mr. Alec Burke, 30 minutes, 3 of 8 field goals, gave him 7 points. And their bench didn't do much.
Nope, 28 points from the bench. Nobody in double figures. Nobody in double figures for the bench.
Yeah, it's probably a little reason why. Let's see what Dallas Mavericks did. We've got Mr. Dorian Finney-Smith, 35 minutes. He had 2 of 5 field goals for 6 points. Mr. Tim Hardaway, he gave him 29 minutes, 3 of 10 field goals. He gave him 8 points. Mr. Powell, Dwight Powell, 27 minutes, 1 of 4 field goals for 4 points. Let's see, Mr. Spencer DeWindo.
No, actually it's Dinwiddie. You can imagine what it's like with that name. Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, yeah, they must have made fun of him in school, huh?
Yeah, I would have changed my name.
Mr. Spencer Dinwiddie, 32 minutes, 5 of 16 field goals for 12 points. And Luka Doncic, 36 minutes for 53 points. Holy mackerel.
Well, he was 17 for 24.
Jesus Christmas.
I mean, I don't like Luka pounding the ball generally, but he only shot the ball 24 times.
Man.
For 53 points. 14 from 18 from the free throw line.
3-point line, yeah.
Sheesh. You got 28 points from the bench.
5 of 11 from the 3-point, 14 of 18 from the foul shot.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Jesus. And the
That was
bench was all
night.
single digits.
Yeah, everyone in the bench is in single digits. And so we'll just leave it just like at that, single digits. We do have a Chris Paul sighting in our next game. The Toronto Raptors, they travel to the land of the rising sun. No, not Japan. We're talking about Phoenix. They travel to Phoenix, Arizona, to play the Phoenix Suns. And the Phoenix Suns actually won a game. Yeah, they did. They won the game 114 to 106. They won by 8 points, beating the Raptors, who are pretty terrible anyway. They're 8-17 when they play away from home. They're pretty bad. And they lost. Okay. Now, I don't know why Toronto's losing, because they have a pretty good squad. I don't know what's going on with them. Let's start off with Pascal Siakam. Pascal, 38 minutes, 7 for 17. He's a volume. He's like Zach LaVine. He has to shoot a lot in order to score points. He's averaging 25. He only gave him 19. We have Precious. That's right. This guy's name is Precious. Precious Achua. Yep. Precious didn't have a very precious night. He was only 5 for 9, which really isn't that bad. He only gave him 11 points. Scotty Barnes played 36 minutes, 6 for 14, gave him 16. Fred Van Vliet, that's the way you got to say it, Van Vliet, 39 minutes, 9 for 19. 2 for 8 from three-point line. That's where he lost. Okay, 24 points. And Gary Trent Jr. 8 for 19 for 21 points. Well, they got 18 points from the bench, so no need to go into that. Nobody in double figures at all. Not even close. 6 points was the guy who scored the highest off the bench out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. Let's move on to the Phoenix Suns because they're missing Devin Booker and his 28 points a game, but they still managed to beat the Toronto Raptors. Beginning with Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig played 26, 1 for 5. How do you only shoot the ball 5 times? Well, anyway, he only gave him 2 points.
It's cardio day. It's cardio day. You run up and down the court.
They just wanted to be there. Cameron Johnson also played 26 minutes. He was 1 for 9.
Woo.
He doubled Torrey Craig's output. He gave him 4 points. Mikal Bridges came and saved the day. He was 12 for 19 in 39 minutes for 29 points. DeAndre Ayton. Oh, yeah, DeAndre Ayton. Played 31 minutes, 9 for 17, 22 points. And Chris Paul. That's right. It was a Chris Paul sighting. Chris Paul was out there 35 minutes. No, Chris Paul, I mean, I'm not a fan of yours, but when the other guy's only playing 26 minutes and they got you playing 35 and the diminished capacity of being old, I start to question whether they like me or not. I'm not sure that they like you, Chris. They're playing you too much. I mean, you're 105 years old. You're like Methuselah in dog years or something on the basketball court. 5 for 11, 5 for 5 for free throws. I don't know who fouled him. He moves so slow for 19 points. And the bench gave him 40 points. 11 of the points came from Sabin Lee, and there was a Dario Saric sighting. He gave him 11 points also. So those two guys contributed 22 points of the 40, and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players who played off the bench. 22 of them came from 2 guys.
How about they're looking at a 4-team trade. Phoenix Suns may be more open to finding a long-term replacement for Chris Paul. Let's see. The Los Angeles Lakers are looking for a more fit with LeBron. Minnesota Timberwolves are unlikely to reinvent D'Angelo Russell after this season. And Charlotte Hornets are open to moving out Terry Rozier for a sizable contract, with his sizable contract, as the team continues to restructure.
Who wants him? Who's going to pick up Terry Rozier? Another volume shooter.
I don't know.
I mean, it seems like everybody's trying to get rid of their bad laundry here.
Yeah, but nobody's going to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, does anybody really want Chris Paul? He's hurt more than he's playing.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the other guy that you were talking about? D'Angelo Russell?
Yep.
We just talked about D'Angelo Russell. One day he's there. You know, here's a guy who can score 20 to 25 to 30 points a game, Eric. Some days he'll give you 10. Another day he'll give you 23. He can actually score 30 if he put his mind to it. Easily.
But in the game, it don't go well.
Right. So you want to move him? Sounds like a good idea, but who would want him?
Yeah.
You got to do something. You got to bring something else. You got to offer somebody something to take these guys.
Yeah. All right. Last
play with LeBron? No, nobody can play with LeBron. LeBron's the whole team. You got to stand there and wait for LeBron to give you the ball, because he's going to hold the ball till he's positive you're going to make an assist. All right? Or he's going to try to take it himself, because he really doesn't care about winning. He takes games off. He doesn't care about winning. It's about him, damn it. What are they talking about? You know, I got to give that GM credit, though.
What?
I've been watching that guy, Hachimura, for a while. And I was thinking, if anybody can pick this kid up and give him some run, he's going to do fine. So I got to give credit to the GM. But he's out of his mind if he thinks that, people are going to flock to play with LeBron.
Yeah. All right, last game of the evening, for the afternoon. Atlanta Hawks went away to Portland to play the Portland Trail Blazers. If you bet on Atlanta, you lose.
You lost. Again.
Blazers 129 to 125.
Yeah, you lost again because Atlanta's their record is 25-26, so they've lost more than they've won.
Yeah, they're waiting on a certain time of the season to get going.
Maybe somebody wants to come in and play with Trae Young. Maybe. How about that D'Angelo Russell guy?
Maybe.
Chris Paul.
D'Angelo, he got a lot of potential. He just got to play.
He's always had a lot of potential back when he was ratting out his teammates in L.A.
Hey. Let bygones be bygones. Let bygones be bygones.
Excuse me for big,
right. Let's move on. Let's see. John Collins for Atlanta Hawks. They have 38 minutes, 7 of 12 field goals for 16 points. Mr. DeAndre Hunter, 38 minutes, 3 of 14 field goal for 10 points.
3 of 14.
Yeah, Mr. Clint Capella, 29 points, 4 of 11. Lord.
No, 29 minutes, 4 for 11.
Yeah.
4 for 11 and 3 of 14. Those two guys right there will make you lose every time.
Hey, come on now. DeJounte Murray, 38 minutes, 13 of 25 field goals for 40 points. Oh, okay. He was shooting it.
Somebody had to.
5 of 8 on 3-point. He got 9 for 9 on the foul.
9 for 9 from the free throw line.
All right, Mr. Aaron Holiday, 15
minutes.
Not
you, Aaron.
Yeah. 15 minutes, 1 of 2 on field goals for 3 points. Woo.
Yeah, Aaron, you might have to shoot the ball a little bit more.
Mr. Bogdan
Bogdanovich.
32 minutes, 7 of 16 for 23 points.
Love that dude.
And Mr. Griffin, AJ Griffin, came in there with 21 minutes for 13 points. So the bench,
that's about it.
They only had 4 people on the bench, but all 4 of them played.
That's right. They got 44 points from the bench. 44. AJ Griffin. That's short for Adrian Jr. So Adrian Griffin gave them 13, and Bogdanovich gave them 23. That's 26 points of that 40. Sheesh. Wow.
46.
Yeah.
All right. See what Portland did over there. Mr. Jeremy Grant, 35 minutes, 8 of 17 field goals for 22 points. Mr. Joseph Nurkic, 26 minutes, 5 of 7 field goals for 12 points.
I'm feeling he pronounces it Joseph. Like Joseph Nurkic.
All right. Mr. Damian Lillard, 38 minutes, 10 of 21. He got 5 for 12 on the 3-point line and all his foul shots for 42 points, Mr. Lillard.
17 for 17.
Good job. Mr. Josh Hart, 35 minutes, 4 of 6 field goals for 9 points. And Mr. Anthony Simmons. 33 minutes, 8 of 12 for 21 points.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Anthony Simmons. That reminds me that Ben Simmons didn't play in that Brooklyn game.
Nope.
He's out injured again?
I don't know. But the young Chinese guy played. He does pretty well.
What young Chinese guy? They got a Chinese guy for Brooklyn?
The center guy. The center.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Did he do anything, Brooklyn?
Oh, yeah. He's a good. He follow-ups a lot, gets a lot of rebounds. He does well.
Let's see what we got here. That was my game, too. No, that was your game. Watanabe, is that his name? No, that sounds like, I don't know who he is. Well, we're not sure who this guy is. We're going to have to do some research and investigation. But while Eric is searching for that, because he's diligent about these things, he's not going to stop till he gets it. I'm going to preview the Eastern Conference because we talk about the Eastern Conference on Tuesdays. And no changes, none whatsoever. Let me take a look at this. Okay, Eastern Conference here. Bada boom, da 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 da. From 11:29 last week, Boston Celtics. Oh, there has been a change here. There's been a change, ladies and gentlemen. Now, last week on January 24th, 2003, it was the Boston Celtics, Philadelphia 76ers, Milwaukee Bucks, and Brooklyn Nets. Now, on 1/31/23, it's the Boston Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks have taken over second place. Philadelphia is now in third place, and the Brooklyn Nets, they're in fourth place, which they were last week. So let's just go through this. Boston Celtics on top, as they have been all season. They have a 36-15 record. They have won 7 of their last 10, 19 away. They went, 19-6 at home, 17-9 away. So they have winning records in both of those. They don't have the best record when it comes to, actually, they do have the best record in the Eastern Conference when it comes to away games at 17-9. So that's pretty darn good. Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee's 33-17. They're 2.5 games behind. They have a 20-5, 25 home record. They are 13-12 away. They really suffer away. They're not really doing that good. They're almost 500. But 7-3 in the last 10 games. Then we have the Philadelphia 76ers. And ain't no stopping us now. 32-17. 3 games behind. They are 19-8 at home, 13-9 away. So they're having a tough time playing an away game also.
Hey, let's hold on. One pause. His name is Utah Watanabe.
Is that what his name? So it's Utah Watanabe.
Yeah, he's a forward. 6'8", 215. He came from George Washington College. He averages 6.9 points, 2.7 rebounds. Not a bad dude.
All right, he's going to have to pick that up a little bit.
Not a bad dude.
For the Nets, because Ben Simmons isn't there to chip in his 8 points. They're going to... Ben Simmons ain't there to chip in his 8 points, so they're going to need all the points they can get to make up for Ben Simmons, you know.
But he hit 12 points last night, so 5 of 7 field goals.
Who, Watanabe?
Watanabe, yeah.
5 of 7. I mean, to me, shooting percentage means so much because it develops continuity within the team. You know, a guy does not, you know, for instance, Larry Bird was and another guy was very economical, was Paul Pierce. Larry Bird and Paul Pierce, they don't distort your offense by taking a lot of shots. Okay, they'll take 15, 19 shots at the most, and they'll get 40 points. But generally, in between, they won't shoot over 20 points. I mean, they won't shoot the ball over 20 times. They'll get you 10 rebounds, 5 assists. They won't distort your offense by shooting it 21, 22, 23, 24 times, like a Luka Doncic, like a Russell Westbrook. Exactly mean. They're not going to distort your offenses. To me, that's really the most important stat is shooting percentage more so than points. It adds so much to the continuity of your team because now everybody's getting shots instead of one person just volume shooting. Oh, and where was I? Okay, yeah, Philadelphia in third place. Brooklyn Nets in fourth, 31-19. Brooklyn is having a hard time, okay? They are 4-6 in the last 10 because Kevin Durant's been out. Then we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, Cleveland has the best home record, 21-5. Gotta love that, okay? But then away, they're losing 10-16. That's right. They can't win when they leave Cleveland. Usually it's the other way around. You can't win when you in Cleveland. You can't wait to get out. But not for them. Anyway, they're 5-5 in the last 10. You got the next 5, Mr. James?
Yes, sir. You can do the Miami Heat.
Oh.
Miami Heat. Okay, Miami Heat. 28 wins, 23 losses. They're still above 500. 17-9 at home, 11-14 away. They won 7 of their last 10. New York Knicks, 27-24 at home, still above 500. 12 of 13 at home and 15-11 away. They play better away.
We talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're at home. 10. 12 and 13 at home. 12 wins, 13 losses at home.
Yeah, not good.
Yes.
Come on, New York. Come on. Atlanta Hawks, 25 wins, 26 losses. They're right below 500. They got 13-11 at home and 12 of 15 away.
Even they got a better record than the Knicks at home.
Yeah, they won 6 of their last 10. Washington Wizards, 24 wins, 26 losses. They got more losses than they got wins. It's not good. 12-10 at home, 12-16 away. They won 7 of the last 3, so they're on the move.
Yeah. Chicago
Bulls, 23 wins, 26 losses. They're below 500 for 13-10 at home and 10-16 away. They won 5 of their last 5.
5 of the last 10. They're 500. Now, I just took a look at this, and the New York Knicks are 12-13 at home. Every team, except for the bottom 2 teams, 13 teams in the NBA have a better home record. I mean, in the Eastern Conference, have a better home record than the New York Knicks. I mean, that's every team except for the Charlotte Hornets and the Detroit Pistons have a better home record than the New York Knicks. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Well, I'll just get on with it. Indiana Pacers, 24-28. Obviously, they're below 500 with that, 12.5 out of first place. They are 16-10 at home. Now, these are guys who this is a team that just lost. They have lost 9 of the last 10, and they still have a better home record than the New York Knicks. The Toronto Raptors, 23-29, below 500, 13.5 games out. They are 15-12 at home. Okay, they're only 4-6 in the last 10 games. Still a better home record than the Knicks. The Orlando Magic, 20-31. They played 51 games and lost 20. I talked about this. This was the first game I talked about, I believe. And their home record is 13-13. Still better than the Knicks. Okay. 5-5 in the last 10. Then you got the Charlotte Hornets, 15-36. I don't know what to say about Michael Jordan. He'll never talk to me again if I say anything bad about his team. But he doesn't talk to me anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? You can't say anything bad about Michael Jordan's team sucking up the NBA. Yeah, Mike, I say you're the best player. And it's easy to say that. I mean, those of us who watch basketball and study basketball know that. We know that. But gee whiz, Mike, gee whiz, okay? Every year, the Charlotte Hornets are at the bottom of the barrel, and they are again, 15-36, 4-6 in their last 10 games. And then we have the Detroit Pistons pulling up the caboose, pulling up the rear, 13-39, 23.5 games out of first place. I'd say they could quit right now.
Quitters never win, man. Quitters never win.
Oh, yeah, they could just stop right now. Okay, this should be a mercy rule. They shouldn't have to play anybody who plays them for the rest of the year just gets a win and, just save everybody the trouble. 6-19 at home. 7-20 away. 7-20 away. 6-19 at home. Yeah, and they're 2-8 in the last 10 games, and that wraps up the Eastern Conference because it is so much fun. Listen, I can't explain to you how humble I am to be able to do this on a Tuesday with my best friend. It really makes my day. And we would talk about sports anyway. I'm telling you guys, we would talk about this anyway. This just gives us more ammunition to further our friendship as we keep talking about things. We would talk about sports and basketball anyway. And the fact that I get to do it, on the air, in the podcast is even better. But it's really a fantastic thing to be able to do for an hour.
Yes, sir.
You got anything closing to say? Because we kind of went on today. It looks like we've been on 45 minutes because they can't stop us from talking. Stop me from talking? Stop you from talking? I don't know. What do you have to say? Anything good? What's happening? What's new in the world of whatever?
Everything's good, man. I won't complain because it could be worse.
No,
Keep that bright eye to the sky. Bright eye to the sky.
Okay. The
go.
Kansas City and the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a serious little battle because I think if they both play like they've been playing, it's gonna go down to the wire.
If Kansas City's defense plays like it did Sunday,
yeah,
this is gonna be a fight. All right, because we already know Eagles defense is rough and ready. They're rough and ready. They're ready to rock and roll at the drop of a penny.
That's it.
Forget a dime. They're ready to go.
I think the best 4 teams made it to the finals out of everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else played as good as they played all season to make it.
Right. Right. The best 4 teams made it. And all of the coaches, Kyle Shanahan getting into the division title game with his third string quarterback and then ended up with no quarterbacks. his first string.
Hey, but check it out. They put their confidence in a third string quarterback and got that far. The Patriots refused to put their confidence in their third string quarterback who was doing well, who could have took us a little further, but they went on a hunch and went backwards instead of continuing forward, and that's what it got them. So at least they got to where they got,
What you see right there is the fish rots from the head down. Okay, the dysfunctionality of the Patriots is not the players. It's now Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, because Bill Belichick continues to make bonehead decisions, and Robert Kraft behaves as if he doesn't see this happening. So all of this is festering with the Patriots. It just seems to be one problem after another, because the problem of these bad decisions that Bill Belichick is making is never addressed. He's never held accountable. He's not held accountable by the press or Kraft. I mean, he hired Matt Patricia, a defensive guy, as the offensive coordinator.
Well, he didn't hire me to slid him over.
Because Patricia wasn't there. Patricia came back from Detroit. He was fired in Detroit.
Right.
So they brought him back. He made him offensive coordinator. He had never coached offense before. I mean, we have a guy that pushed Tom Brady out the door for Cam Newton. Now, we all know that should get you fired right then and there. But here's another thing. You take a defensive guy off the street and bring him in as your offensive coordinator, and nobody holds you accountable?
Well, it's
Excuse me?
So many levels of what you said before. Does the coach make the team? Does the coach win games?
As far as getting the players in there, the players win the game, but you can't keep making bonehead things like that. That's like telling me to fix your car, and I've never even fixed a car before. I've driven one.
You master transmission, but you're working on the engine.
So, these things, the dysfunctionalities with Bill Belichick and the front office now, Robert Kraft, nobody is addressing the bad decision-making happening on the part of management. The players are left holding the bag. It's their fault, but it's not their fault because management is dropping the bag way before it ever gets to the players. So the difference between Nick Sirianni, Philadelphia Eagles, is that he demands accountability. Okay? He demands accountability of himself. Nobody's demanding accountability of Bill Belichick. Same with Zach Taylor for Cincinnati. 2 very good teams. Two very good teams who have looked like two very good teams the last 2 years have come up and showed themselves to be solid, fundamental franchises that are getting things done. Not the Patriots. They went out and spent $300 million in free agency and can't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Nobody's being held accountable. And that's my point.
That's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to.
Here's the bill. Good job, Bill. Good job.
You know what? Thank you for taking the high road. With that, I'm out of material. I have nothing else to say. Hey, we should sign off. Thank you for showing up Amazing Great Sports Network NBA Tuesday. We cover the Eastern Conference and, of course, the games that happened the night before. We do it with style, we do it with humor, and we do it with no sacred cows. We grab the sacred cows by the neck and we choke them.
Choke them out. Choke them out.
All right, I'm done. You can close it out.
I'm Eric. That's Clay Morris. Amazing Grace Sports Network. Signing off. Have a great week.
Signing off.
Talk to you Thursday.